With this video, I'll go through the reworked Pimped Up Chicken University project. The main thing with its reworking is that I've divided it up into two classes, which makes it a little bit more involved in some respects, but I think easier to understand. So there's the input and save class, which inputs, and that's the other thing that I've done, is instead of hard coding in the array, the user can input the information. So they input the information, and then the files for one or more universities are saved. And then the read and determination class will be for reading in one of the files and checking to see if Karen's going to go to that university or not based on the kind of chickens that they've got. And I'm going to mention this just quickly that, okay, sure, it's pimped up chickens, and it's kind of silly to help you, remember it a little bit more keenly. But this could be anything. This could be any admittance to any institution in which there are two or three things that are input, and if two of them are true, then the person will choose not to go to that. So let me just run it first of all and show you how it works and that it does work. So this is the input and save class, and I'll do it a couple times. I'll do UNB and true, there are chickens at the University of New Brunswick. How many chickens in your campus? I'll just do two to make this quick. Variety, blah, 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 male. We'll say that there's no lethal, as it were, combination here. So true, there's a male chicken, but false, that male chicken is not a show chicken. And then the other one is female, so false. And, okay, fair enough, a show chicken, but doesn't matter because it's female. Oh, how many did I say? There were two. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm going to keep on recording this because, as you can see, I'm running out of time. So this is going to be in one take. But yeah, it looks like I named the variety of the chicken false, which I suppose you could. So anyway, is the chicken male true? Is it a show chicken? I'll have to do false again. Okay, just to make sure that I can get this done before midnight. So we're going to run it again and do another university, just to prove that you can either be choosing to go to this university or not. So we'll do stew, my other alma mater, and chicken's true. How many? Just two. And in this case, I'm going to make one of the chickens true. So variety is this, true, male, true, show chicken. And then the other one doesn't matter. So blah, 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 blah. And true, I'll go true, false. All right. So this university, Stu, does have a chicken, which is going to scare Karen. So she's not going to want to go to that. She's not going to want to go to Stu. She's going to want to go to UNB. So I go over to the read and determination class, and we run it. And we'll do both of those universities. University UNB, that's where there is not a scary chicken, so she will go to UNB. And we'll run it again. And we'll do Stu, what is the name of the university? St. Thomas University. And she won't go there because there is a chicken there. And just, this is not turning into be too quick, but Stu chickens, there they were. I'll talk about that number. We need to store the number of records. We can look at that when we look at this in more detail next year. And UNB chickens, so yeah, there it worked. So now to quickly guide you through it. Again, pretty much the same as what we did all in one class. So a few global things here. Name of the university, bring it in. Scared chickens. Do you have any chickens? True, false. Bring it in. Okay. If have chickens on campus. I didn't do if they didn't, but if there are chickens on campus, then we asked the question. So this was the new stuff that I reworked so that we're looping through the length of the chickens, which is why we needed to read in the number of chickens so we know how many to make. So we've got the num is going to be the number of chickens, and the chickens array will be finished off being made here with that number. So if I type in 2, there will be 2 chickens, which means that the length of the array is 2, and it's going to loop 2 times asking the 3 questions. Variety of the chicken, bring it in. Is it male? Bring it in. Notice that I'm using scanner, which is easier than having to use the buffered reader with the parsed boolean and so on. And then the third question, is it show chicken? Same idea, bring in true or false. So we have those 3, just like we had in class. We had the variety, we had the is male, we had the is show chicken. With those 3 pieces of data, we can make a new pimped up chicken. The pimped up chicken remains the same as we left it. So yeah, it takes the 3 parameters to make a new chicken and assigns it to the I. The I is going to go up 1 each time through the for loop. So that will have made the chickens array. That's the input method, which we just looked at. And then you save the stuff. So again, same as what we did, but adding in one more time that this is way ahead of where you need it, but as much of this as you can follow, great. Save the stuff. A file name, university name. We have the university name that we asked right up at the beginning, so we might as well use it, and we are using it in the name of the file. You'll see over here that the files are UMB chicken, and what did I do? Stew chickens. Yeah, it looks like I did UMB lowercase and stew uppercase. I've got to be careful about that, but anyway, that's fine. So it'll be UNB chickens txt or stew chickens txt. File writer takes in the file name, takes in this, and then we write. The first thing that we write is the length of the file, because when we read it in, this is something, again, more detail later on, but when we read it in, we need to know how many times we're going to loop through. Actually, that's not true, because we can use as long as there's a next token, next token, next token. What we need the 2 for is when we make our array. We need to make our array to be 2. 1 and 2. And so we're writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. Writing 3 things each time we have a new chicken. And there are only 2 of them, which is why we've got the 2. There's 1, there's 2. And close. Then to the read and determination class. Our university name, our chickens will be used in both methods, so they're global, of global scope. First thing it has done is that the chickens, pimped up chickens array, is assigned what the read stuff returns back. If you look at the read stuff, it's going to return a pimped up chicken array. So we get the name of the university, and with the name of the university, then we can figure out what file we're going to be opening. UMB chickens.txt or stew chickens.txt or University of Texas chickens.txt or whatever. So that's the one we're going to be reading from. Buffered reader takes in the file reader. And from the, and this again, wait till next year, but it's a 3-line affair. We first of all have to make the file reader and then send the file reader to the buffer reader. And then with the buffered reader, we're going to read the whole thing in. So the whole thing will be this read in file. Then we use the string tokenizer with the read in file and the token that we know that was used to create the delineation between the different parts of the file, the colon in this case. And we'll be able to read till we get to the colon, read till we get to the colon, read till we get to the colon. I'm running out of time. This is, yeah. So we get the number of chickens, that first number in the file, and then we can finish up making our chickens with that number. There are going to be 2 of them, if 2 was the first number that was saved. And then while there are more tokens, that's where this string tokenizer works or comes into play. As long as there are more colons in the file, we keep on reading. And variety is going to be the next token. This male is going to be the next token after that, and so on and so on. It's going to go variety is male, show chicken. Variety is male, show chicken. So ASDF, ASDF, true, false. JKLMN, JKLMN, whatever, true, true. It's going to keep on reading through the name, true, true, the name, true, true. Remember that false was the name I did it by mistake. But if I take the stew, which I didn't make an error, you're going to see it's whatever, whatever, true, true, whatever, 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 true, true. And each time then, as we get reading now, every 3 pieces of information, we can make a new pimped up chicken. So we can when we're reading this, we've quit everything and back, and we've relaunched IntelliJ. We can remake this array of chickens. So having read in the stuff, it's not just reading in the stuff, it's making an array of pimped up chickens and returning that array of pimped up chickens back to here. So chickens at this point is going to be a completely read in from the file array of pimped up chickens. And then we determine if the chicken is, or if chickens are issues. And down here, determine if chicken issue. I guess that's supposed to be like determine if there's a chicken issue at this university. She won't go if this is true, right? That becomes that. This has a Boolean returned back to it. It's right here. Check to see if a scary chicken is what goes through the length of the array and checks to see if there's a scary chicken. And there is a scary chicken according to the definition that we said. If it's male and it's a show chicken, it flaps all over the place and it's aggressive and male, that's scary to Karen. So if that's the case, true is returned. If we never, looping through the array of chickens, come up with a male show chicken, then we'll return false. But one way or another, this method returns a Boolean, true or false. This evaluates to a Boolean, true or false, so that Karen won't go to Vanderbilt. I probably should have changed that. I can change it right now. Won't go to, because we're not doing it particularly Vanderbilt, we're doing it for any university. So let's just really quickly refactor this and rename. Boy, this is going to be under the wire at midnight. Rename to be Karen won't go to this university. So whatever this becomes then, true or false, we don't need that either. We just say that she won't go to that university if it's true that there are scary chickens there, or she will, else she will go to that university given its absence of scary male show chickens. So I'm going to upload this, and it may not be uploaded by midnight, but I'll email you just before midnight to say that the homework is ready, and the homework will say, you don't even have to look at this video. The homework is just going to say to do a pencil of these two, which is going to take you a while, but walk through it, and I hope that most of you will have watched this video in conjunction with doing that. I'll leave you with the fact that, yeah, this is way beyond what you need to be able to do now, or even understand, but most of it is repetition. Most of it is tries and catches and buffer readers and booleans and whiles and so on. And so it's a good big project right in the middle of this first year to take a look at and try to get your teeth into as much of it as you can.